weeks, disgraced movie mogul Harvey Weinstein has given an interview for the first time in nearly a decade. From behind bars, he spoke for an hour on his downfall and the accusations he claims are nothing but a witch hunt.
I made mistakes. There's no question about it. I hurt my family. I hurt my friends. I cheated on my wife. But I did not commit these crimes. I swear that before God and the people watching now.
In the midst of his retrial on charges of rape and criminal sexual acts, the man synonymous with the Me Too movement is now speaking out.
This looked like a witch hunt. Everybody was scared for themselves. Everybody was scared to be cancelled.
From prison, Harvey Weinstein hit back at sexual harassment claims from Gwyneth Paltrow.
We had one instance in a hotel room where he made a pass at me.
It's a complete fabrication. I said to her, I'd love you to give me a massage. And she went, yeah. And, that was it.
He once again denied actress Rose McGowan's accusation of non-consensual sexual contact.
I settled with Rose McGowan. I gave her $100,000. Don't tell my wife. Don't get me in trouble. What happened was she got into a hot tub with me. We fooled around a little bit.
In 2020, Weinstein was convicted of rape and criminal sexual acts and sentenced to 23 years in prison. Last year, that conviction was overturned by the Court of Appeals, which said Weinstein had been deprived of a fair trial. His retrial is currently underway in New York.
I've been broken, for the 7 years that this has gone on. They broke me in half. I lost 2 of my children I haven't spoken to.
In the hour-long interview, Weinstein maintained his innocence and expressed shock at those who had turned against him.
There was always animosity between Seth and myself. So given the opportunity, he took a shot at me. And, so be it.
The interview was conducted by controversial right-wing commentator Candace Owens, who has been critical of the Me Too movement and long maintained her belief that Weinstein is innocent.
You're so honest now, and I think it's a good place to be at when you really have nothing to lose and you just simply tell the truth.
While the criminal trial still has a way to go, Weinstein seems determined to sway the court of public opinion.
I believe women should be heard, but I'm wrongfully convicted.
Gloria Allred has represented 3 women who have brought accusations against Weinstein. She joins us now. What did you make of this interview from Harvey?
Well, it's kind of sad. First of all, he really is not supposed to be attacking any witnesses for whom criminal charges have been filed. But no criminal charges have been filed, for example, for Gwyneth Paltrow and Rose McGowan and others. So he attacks them. But of course, if he did not settle with them, he could have sued them if he believed that they were lying, that they defamed him, that they accused him of rape or sexual assault when he was, in fact, innocent of all that. He hasn't done that. So what's this all about? I guess he's trying to persuade in the court of public opinion some who are not persuaded to say he didn't do what these other celebrities allege, and he's swearing to it.
What was your reaction to actually seeing him speak? Did you believe what he had to say?
Well, I believe that he believes it. But, the best way to test it is in a court of law, when he's under oath, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help him God. He hasn't done that in the 2 prior trials in New York and then in California. Bottom line is, I understand he wants to say something. And of course, this podcaster has been supportive of him for a very long time. Whether she's getting paid for this or not, I don't know. But she's certainly not a neutral host, like I believe all of you as anchors are. She does claim support of him, and she, in fact, attacks those who are not supportive of him. But I guess she's going to get good ratings with this. And of course, podcasters are all about the ratings, and I get maybe she even believes that he's innocent, but that's for a jury to decide.
Gloria, he was pretty adamant throughout the interview and has even offered to take a lie detector test in prison. What do you make of that?
Okay, well, lie detector tests are not admissible in a court of law in the United States. So, look, that's a stunt. It has no force and effect. A court would not only not allow it, but jurors should not be paying any attention to it if, in fact, he does that.
Just can't recall off the top of my head an accused in a trial doing something like this. I know your legal work has been on the other side of cases with him, but let's just hypothetically assume for the moment you were his lawyer right now. Would you have let him do this?
Would I have let him do the interview? Look, this is the man who's facing potentially the rest of his life in prison. And by the way, even if he were to be acquitted in this current case, he would still have to go back to California and serve the sentence there for his rape conviction there, although they're appealing that as well. So you can only say so much to your client. You can give them advice, tell them don't speak to the press, don't speak to reporters, don't say anything outside of the courtroom. But it's up to the client whether they're going to follow their lawyer's advice or not. And they don't have to follow it if they don't want to, and then they're going to have to live with the consequences if there are any.
So he's in the middle of a retrial because the original conviction was overturned due to evidence being admitted from women whose specific allegations were not actually part of the case. Did the prosecution in that original trial, at the height and in the zeal of the Me Too movement, ultimately overplay its hand and put that conviction at risk?
I don't think so. I think this was a very narrow victory for Harvey Weinstein, because in the past, these types of Me Too witnesses, called Molyneux witnesses in New York, were admitted. And in fact, I did a case against Bill Cosby, which is also an appeal, a civil case, which we won. We had some Me Too witnesses in it. In California, Me Too witnesses are allowed by statute, by law. But anyway, he'll appeal on that grounds as well in California. So I'm not going to criticize the prosecution. I don't think they made any errors, except the law is what the courts say it is. And if they say that he didn't get a fair trial because of the admission of testimony from these witnesses, that's it.
Gloria, thank you so much for chatting. Appreciate your time.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.